she said the shooting came from that area. Then she made a statement and said that I see him do anything. My back was turned at that particular time. They said it took a couple seconds so Tory got in Kelsey's seat, and then she was like, I mean, I guess it's possible. I don't know. She said, I don't know how he got to where he was in the vehicle to ultimately be over the thing shooting me. I don't know. Okay, so they played that game back and forth. They said, she just said, I saw him where Kelsey had been. And so they said, do you remember posting on Instagram that you said that you was walking away facing the back? She said, I was walking away facing the back, meaning that my back was to it, but that I had turned my head to the left. And that's how I saw it. They said, they pulled up the post that had her feet with the shit in them. They said, how could you tell he shot you with your back turned? And that's what she kept reiterating. I looked over my shoulder and I saw him with the gun, but she never saw him fire the gun per what she said. She felt like she know he shot her because she saw him with the gun and he said, dance, bitch. That's her testimony. And so they said, you said you stepped on glass. She said, yeah. They said, were you scared at the hospital? She said, no. They said, so why didn't you say anything then? Megan says, because I didn't want to be a snitch. In the Black community, people don't like snitches. I didn't want to cooperate, basically. But they said, okay, but before you said that you were afraid. So, like, which one is it? Because the reasons why you didn't say anything kept changing. And so they brought up the Instagram Live from 2020 with the blue hair, where she was pointing out Tory directly for the first time. They said, do you remember saying that you a thug bitch from the South Side and this nigga over here shot you? And Megan said, when he said this nigga, the lawyer, Tory lawyer, Armenian, right? So she said, can you repeat that? And he repeated it again. She must not know this is a court of law where we're going to go over every little thing. Yeah, he just said nigga. He said it again. Okay, you said you was a thug motherfucker from the South Side and that this nigga had shot you. And she said, yeah, they had to pull the video up for it. I don't remember nothing. They said, did you say that the police officer was being a bitch and was being rude to you? So that's why you didn't tell her nothing? She said this in the live. So was it that you were scared? Was it that you didn't want to be a snitch? Was it that the police officer was a bitch? What was the reason why, when you got to safety, you still said there was glass in your feet? That's what they want to know. She ain't got no damn answer. She said, I didn't tell the cop. I'm sorry, I didn't tell the doctor because I felt like the doctor was going to tell the police. That's what we shift to at that point. They said, where did Tory pull a gun from? She said, I don't remember saying I saw him pull a gun. They said, where did he pull the gun from? You said you saw him with a gun. And so the transcripts said, she stated that she saw him pull a gun, but now she's saying she never saw him pull a gun. She just saw him with the gun ultimately. And so she said he was halfway out the car. She said his head, his torso, and his arm was out the car. She said, I clearly saw him with the gun. She said she clearly saw him, even though she also says that it was dark as hell outside and she didn't even know where she was going, and she went to the nearest driveway. It was so dark, but she clearly saw him. They said, so in a few seconds, you made it over there and this shit happened. She said, yeah, a few seconds, maybe more. They said, did you leave your door open or closed? She said, I don't remember. They said, did you have any fight with Kelsey? No. An argument outside of the car with Kelsey? No. This is when we take a break. When we come back, they said, did you discuss stuff with the people about being guarded? And she said, yeah. And so they said, did you bring that up or did they bring it up? They said she brought it up. That was a concern of hers. Okay, they moved on. They said, what was the car stopped on the street? And that's when Megan said, I don't even know what I'm looking at. It was a fucking map, bitch. That's M-A-P, Dora. What the hell is it supposed to be? So they said, well, if you can't pay attention, you don't know what the hell this map is, basically. Can you draw where the car was, where you were, and where you went? And this is when we get this raggedy-ass picture of what Megan said that she was. And I swear to God, it looks just like this. And he said, you're quite the artist. And she chuckled at the bullshit. So they say she was approximately maybe 8 feet away from where Tory was. So she said Kelsey approached her in the driveway. And then she said they had bumped into each other, Kelsey and Tory, and went about their business. They said, let me turn my motherfucking phone. They said, did you tell anybody that Kelsey and Tory bumped into each other. She said no.